Thank you for joining me inside the Last Video Store, the show where I, Alexis Hollywood, talk to cool, funny, interesting, exciting people about their favorite movies, and we do so in the style of an old school video store rental combo of one new release film, two all-time favorites from the weekly section of our store, and then it is my duty, my honor, my privilege, and my passion to give our guest a bespoke, customized staff pick recommendation based on their taste and based on our chats. And joining me on the show today, we've got Gemma Chua-Tran, who you would know from Heartbreak High, but she's also one of the very funny characters in, I would say, one of the most exciting Australian films of the year, Lesbian Space Princess. So Lesbian Space Princess is a beautifully animated, exciting, it's a beautiful cartoon creation from Leela Verghese and Emma Hobbs. Lesbian Space Princess, as described, is a queer as fuck sci-fi comedy. It has this burst of Australian new wave comedy humor running through its veins in that most beautiful grubby way that we love so much here, but has a lot of heart to it as well. It uses irony and sincerity in equal measure to create something quite beautiful. The story is a space princess is thrust out of her sheltered life and into a galactic quest to save her bounty hunter ex-girlfriend from the straight white malians. The straight white malians are played by three very dear friends of the show, Zachary Ruane, Mark Samuel Bonanno, and Broden Kelly, aka Aunty Donna. It also stars Last Video Store alumni like Demi Lardner, Richard Roxburgh is in this, Queen Kong from RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, Madeline Sammy, Ruben K, and of course Jordan Raskopoulos, one of my dear mates, and the Lesbian Space Princess herself, Shabana Aziz, who you may know from The Pit or from Last Video Store favorite Bird Eater, is also the lead. This movie is in cinemas right now. I do suggest seeing it on the big screen because it is just gorgeous. It looks so good. It's so fun to see a big comedy like this on the big screen, and we've had a resurgence of it lately with Friendship and The Naked Gun. So seeing a big, funny, weird comedy on the big screen, especially when it's Aussie, you can't beat that shit. I'm giving this such a high recommendation, so much so if you're watching us on YouTube, which I hope you are because we've just got a new banging set for the Last Video Store. I've got the sexy bitch Lesbian Space Princess jumper that I'll be wearing on this episode. But we've got a great chat for you with Gemma Chua-Tran, so let's get straight into it. Here we are with Gemma.
The Last Video Store.
Gemma, thank you so much for joining me here inside the Last Video Store.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you about a particular movie today, but let's kick things off. Take me back. Tell me about the video store you grew up with.
Oh man, I'm only getting like little flickers of a memory. I remember begging Dad to take us, and I remember going through all of the Barbie movies that they had, and then there was this also, I don't actually remember what this movie is called, but it was about volcanoes.
Wow. Describe it. Do you know much? Do you remember? I'm going to try and find it for you. I'm going to do it.
No, because I remember it was screening just like on free-to-air television at some point, maybe like 5 years ago. And I was like, wait, I've seen this. This is the movie that I was obsessed with as a kid. But like, as like a kind of young adult, I was like, wow, this is really violent. And I was watching this at like 4 years old, but a guy gets his legs cut off because of like a falling building. People burn alive in the lava.
Oh, hey, there's two that came out around in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's one called Dante's Peak.
No.
And there's one called...
Is there one just like called Volcano?
There is one called Volcano, I think. Volcano 1997, yes.
I think it might be called Volcano.
It stars Tommy Lee Jones and Gabby Hoffman, young Gabby Hoffman.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Let me pull up an image and show you.
I'm like, I don't know if
I mean, it just looks like a volcano exploding.
Oh yeah, because at the start, like one of the, I don't know, maybe it's like a volcanologist. They put the whole hazmat suit thing on, and they like go inside a drain, and they're like, wait, something's happening.
Yeah.
And then like the little thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, so that's what's trapped in your head. That's your earliest video memories.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because I loved that movie.
Well, whatever you pick up today, I'm going to chuck Volcano and I'll put Dante's Peak in there as well.
Yeah,
just in case it is that one that we don't remember which one it is. And maybe we'll get a whole volcano section for you to explore as well.
Great.
You can explore all the great volcano cinema.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, Gemma, I'm going to send you out into the store. We're going to pick up some movies, come back, we'll talk about them. And then it will be my duty to you. As the video store clerk, I swear it to you. I will recommend you a staff pick movie, hopefully one you've never seen, that will be based on your taste and I think you will love.
It'll be invigorating, I'm sure of it.
Well, if you have seen it, it will be the opposite of invigorating.
No. I'll still have a good time. I have a terrible memory.
Oh, good. That's good.
You're welcome.
Well, I know she likes Volcano, so let me just recommend that again.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Gemma. Head on out, come back in, we'll talk about them.
New release.
But Gemma, you have picked up a stack of 3 movies, including a new release film, which I'm a big fan of. It is a film you are a part of. I'm wearing, if you're watching us on YouTube right now or in the clips, I'm wearing actual merch from this movie. I'm wearing the sexy bitch sweater from Lesbian Space Princess.
This is true.
Comedy.
So tell me about Lesbian Space Princess. What's the story of Lesbian Space Princess?
Lesbian Space Princess is about this poor, sad lesbian princess living in this gorgeous world, Clitopolis, and she's just so depressed. Like, this girl has like the worst self-esteem issues, like really intense moms, and like a lot of pressure on her to kind of step up and be like the next ruler / queen of Clitopolis. But she can't hold down a girlfriend, and then so she goes on this little galactic quest.
That's so well put.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is such a fun, beautiful movie. It's a great animation. It's so colorful. But can you tell us about your character, Willow?
My character Willow is awesome. I love Willow. They're just kind of like fun, sidekicky, like ADHD, very optimistic, and kind of just wants everyone to have a good time. A little bit stupid, love them, but yeah, also is an aspiring solo artist. So there are a couple songs in there which...
Did you sing the songs?
Yes, bro. It was so stressful.
Take me through it. Take me through singing the songs.
Well, because I don't sing, right? And then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, like I had to sing for the audition, but I was like, okay. I was like sitting on my floor with my record app just like for 2 hours to sing like a 5-second anyways.
Did you rehearse? How did you prepare to do because I've done so many voice acting auditions and stuff.
Yeah.
And done voice acting things. I've never been asked to sing on record. I've not sung very much in my life.
No.
I would want to. I might have a good voice somewhere inside me.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
It sounds beautiful in the movie. It suits the character.
Thanks.
Did you start rehearsing it? Did you practice it?
Yeah, well, I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I took a couple vocal lessons because
Actually.
because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were just like, yeah, you have a tongue tie and you're really tense. So you just got to relax. But I feel like singing is fine when I'm in the shower or by myself or with people I'm super comfortable with. But singing into a mic in a studio with a sound guy and then the directors and then they're filming you. Maybe the most stressful 2 hours of my life.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was really great. Leela had all of these audio clips for me to just kind of listen to. There wasn't any sheet music or anything. So I just kind of listened and I was like, okay, cool. And then sang it back. But yeah, I think that was the hardest part of everything.
Do you think you'll sing more in the future?
Absolutely not.
It hasn't unlocked anything for you?
Absolutely not, no. I mean, when I watched it, I was like, okay, cool. It doesn't sound that bad. I was like, actually, no, it sounds pretty awesome. But going through that, I don't know if anything else, unless it's millions and millions of dollars.
Well, we're gonna try what we can.
Yeah.
We're gonna get those millions and millions for you.
Yes.
But I think like this film has like such a great comedic voice and comedic tone by writer directors Leela and Emma. Can you talk us through working with them? Like, what was the process of like building characterization and building comedy together?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like they had a very clear vision of how they wanted me to say each line, which was great. And obviously I just got to kind of like shoot the shit and just kind of do whatever I wanted. And you just like say the same line like over and over and over again with just like different intonations so they can kind of pick and choose what they want to put together. But I think it was quite funny because Leela is very much because she comes from an acting background as well. Very specific with what, you know, she wanted from each take and whatnot. A lot of communication and like Emma's just kind of chilling, like we'll just like input here and there. But yeah, it all felt like a very collaborative process as well, which was really nice.
I always think that's the way it should be with comedy. Like it should be
Yeah.
feel vibrant, should feel fun. I mean, I think that's where like the best ideas and the best like, you know, true collaboration comes out of is when you're having
Yeah.
fun with each other.
Yeah, and I think it was like my first kind of like voice role thing, which was just like incredible. And it was just so exciting because I just get to be like, oh my God, wait, can we try this? Or like, oh, have you seen this? Like maybe we can do like an element of that in this one and like all of that. So
Do you have any examples that you remember of like ways you'd approach something or try something like that?
oh my God, what is it called? It's the I'm picturing this guy's face. I'm really bad at remembering things. He does skits and it's in short format. No, it's not. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. The Tim Robinson?
Yes! Yes, him.
Yeah. From I Think You Should Leave.
Yes, from I Think You Should Leave. I love that. I
Yeah.
think it's so funny. So I kind of like tried to add a couple like like that kind of thing, which they thought was funny, which I appreciated. But that and then some stuff from just like different like animes and like the really over the top like just like, you know, all of those things. I don't know. It was just fun.
I think that's such a great way to bring it for that character because so much of a character you said is like, you know, ADHD, it's excitement like incarnate and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that all comes through. Like I think that's such a
Awesome.
That's beautiful. Can
Thank you
I
so
ask you as well? I think that with voice acting, there's something that is it's so interesting. Like now I've done voice acting for animation as well, where you are like so far removed from the final product.
Oh yeah.
Where you're like recording stuff maybe months, maybe years before you're actually seeing it or there's a final product being made. With animation, you kind of have somewhat of an idea of like what it will look like, but not really. And it's still all stitched together from different takes and different performances, different performing actors together that weren't together in the room. What's it been like seeing Lesbian Space Princess on the big screen as a complete piece of art and with audiences now?
Really, really rewarding. I think watching it for the first time at Adelaide Film Festival, again, I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't know what like half of the plot was. I didn't know how it ended. I kind of knew what my character arc was, really remembered that, and then just kind of was like, oh, cool, we're in a movie. And people were laughing, and we got a standing ovation, and it was so nice. But like, yeah, being able to like have something so tangible as an audience to like have that like audible reaction to was really, really special. But yeah, again, didn't know how they were gonna put everything together, and like really interesting to see which takes that they used, because I feel like they used a lot of the ones where I was like, oh, I'll just do something stupid and they were like, oh yeah, like that's fun, and then they just went with it.
Did that feel rewarding to like see your performance come together like that and go like, hey, my instincts were the right ones
Yeah,
for something comedic?
for sure. Yeah, and like my little guy's so cute. Loved the animation. I thought it was beautiful, and like especially like the blue like outlines. I thought that was very special. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
It's cool because you actually get to watch it and become a fan of it. It's
Yeah.
different where you can go, well, I have to look at myself, and I feel like
Oh my God,
all of
yeah.
those. And I actually hate watching myself on
Yeah.
things. I don't look at any of the clips when I upload them for this podcast.
No,
Going like, just put it up.
yeah,
I'm gonna not look.
Yeah, that
But it's
could
like
go into the abyss.
with voice acting, with animation, it's like, oh, I get to look at it and appreciate it. Like I said yes to this because I thought it was funny, and now
Yeah.
I get to see it as something like that.
Yeah, but it's like not like anyone's going to attach my face to it. So I'm like, that's kind of awesome.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, but it is. I think for especially this role, they didn't really want me to like change my voice so much or like put on anything because I kind of came in with like, oh, we could probably use this voice, and they were like, no, we actually just like your voice, and I was like, what do you mean? I was
Yeah.
like, so I'm not like doing anything, I'm just like saying the words, but they liked it, so. Yeah, I feel like it was harder to kind of remove myself as much because I was like, oh, it sounds like me.
Sounds like you.
Yeah.
We have such a nice natural character to your voice
Oh.
that I think, especially when you're like, you know, a lot of the other cast are people like Demi, Lardner, Zachary Wayne, Mark Bonanno, Broden also from Aunty Donna. They have like insane voices. Like
Yeah.
even if they're talking
Yeah,
normally,
yeah.
they all sound whack, and they're all going for like these bigger characterizations.
they're
So
so
I think it's
funny.
like characters like yours, like Willow, having naturalistic voices is like what makes it come together. Because if everyone just sounded like them, you'd be like, what the fuck am
Yeah,
I
what
watching?
is going on? Like, I feel like, yeah, there's potentially like a groundedness to it, which is really nice because, yeah, you go from that to like the really absurd scenes with the Aunty Donna boys. Yeah, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I really fuck with the film, and like I want people to watch it because I think it's funny, and also like just like the very, I suppose it's a little bit millennial, but like, you know, like the Twilight references and stuff. I was like, wait, there's no way that this is in here. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get sued. Like, what's going on?
I think one thing that I really love about the film, like I love Australian comedy, like that's why I'm part of it.
Yes.
But I think it's also with this film, it captures like this freshness of this new wave of Australian comedy by casting all these great Australian comedians. But what really works for me and what like sits beneath that is the genuineness and the tenderness of like the main story. And I think that the titular lesbian space princess, there's something in this film's portrayal of being totally hung up on someone that doesn't even really like you and doesn't respect you, that I think it's a very honest capturing of that. And for that to be encased in this really silly, bursting with color, fun, grubby Aussie comedy, there's like this beautiful balance that it creates that I think that I really genuinely think it's one of the most honest portrayals of that feeling that, you know, most people on planet Earth have gone through something like that. So it's more than just relatable. It's like you actually get to see and something you go, oh, fuck, that's what I felt like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So it's like, I think it's quite beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, yeah, it's very earnest in points. Something that, like, if I had read the script, I'd understand. But, like, yeah, I think honestly going into it, not knowing anything, I was able to be quite moved.
What were the other things that surprised you about watching it with people?
Things that people laughed at that I didn't think were supposed to be funny. I think that was nice. And then I was trying to figure out why things are funny. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, you know, when it's like everyone else laughs and you don't know why things are funny, so you just laugh anyways. I was like, I'm trying to figure it all out. That, I think, yeah. Oh my God, the bit where they put in can I spoil things?
Oh, you can do so gently, I reckon, because people will be. I want people.
The thing where like, oh yeah, because it like cuts. There's like this one moment where it's not the animation and it's just like in a studio. It's very meta in a way. Yeah, some of the wait, this is so good. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but I think it's quite funny.
I think that's a good tantalize and a good tease for people to go see it because this is playing in cinemas right now. It's been out for about a week at the point of us recording this. So it's
wait,
in
what?
cinemas out, not yet. When it comes
release?
out.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do it cleanly because I was like, shit, what? I got lost in my time. So the film Lesbian Space Princess is out now in cinemas. It's been out for about a week. I really think people should go see it on the big screen. Do you have any final parting words for people that are about to go see this film?
Go with your gay friends, go with your straight friends, have a debate afterwards. I want to see people feel reflected in this movie regardless of how you identify.
That's beautifully put. I think there's something in this for everyone, especially bring a weird conservative mate that is like on the outskirts of your life. Yes. Bring them into this and they'll either change or you'll be rid of them forever, which is, I think, what you need to do.
Yeah.
So that is Lesbian Space Princess from our new release section of the video store. It's in cinemas now. Highly recommend going to see it. One of the most fun times I've had watching a movie so far this year.
Weekly.
But you've also picked up a couple of other movies.
I have.
I think let's go to one you picked up from our newly section of volcanic section.
I didn't. When I started talking about that, I was like, it's relating to it, I suppose, now.
Yes, we're coming to the full circle
Yeah.
moment of your life. This is the This Is Your Life segment of this show.
I love volcanoes. I love tectonic plates.
And you've picked up a movie that is not just about volcanoes, not just about people that love volcanoes, but the fiery passions of love itself. You picked up the 2022 documentary by Sarah Dosa, Fire of Love.
Documentary.
Yeah, awesome movie. Again, I've only seen it once, but I think about her all the time.
I've only seen this movie once too. I absolutely adore it. I'm right there with you. It is about a doomed love triangle between intrepid French scientists Katja and Maurice Kraft. And the other factor in that triangle, the other pointed end of that triangle, is their beloved volcanoes.
Yes!
So tell us all about Fire of Love.
Fire of Love is like... I love it because it's in a little funny aspect ratio. I think that's quite quirky and fun. Because I got to see it in the cinemas. Most of it is the actual footage that Maurice had filmed on his film camera back in the, when was it? The 80s?
The 80s, yeah,
80s?
in the 80s.
And no one had ever seen this footage before, and it was all like, you know, remastered into this gorgeous documentary with gorgeous music, like the most insane visuals you'll ever see. Because like me personally, I've never seen a volcano. I would love to. I think this is on my bucket list.
It's unlocked something in you.
I know. Well, I've always wanted to see a volcano.
Wow, okay. Any particular one, or you just do whatever?
Just any.
Okay.
Any volcano. I want to smell it. Because they were like, it's so eggy. I'm like, yeah.
They say it smells like rotten eggs, which I gotta say
smell the sulfur.
is a smell I kind of like.
Oh,
In
that's
a
really
like you know, in a
strange.
sick. I know it is strange in a sick way.
Twisted.
Don't spit on me, no. I know. I like it. I'll admit it. I like the smell of when something's disgusting and you go,
Yeah, it's like when
you're like, oh, that's so gross, and you walk away and you go, oh, I might walk back
let's
for
go
a
on.
second.
No, you ever have an eggy fart?
Oh, never.
No, because you know
Yes.
what? I did an eggy fart the other day. I've never had like an eggy fart. Like I've had
Wow.
like regular farts, but this one was like eggy, and I was like, wait, it can be eggy.
Wow.
And that was a revelation to me.
Okay, this is officially one of my favorite episodes of this
But I
show that
was
we've
also
ever
like-
done.
But again, I was like, that's disgusting. But
And you
it's
go,
also-
that's
I'm like-
1/20th of a volcano
But
that
I'm
I'm
also like,
experiencing.
how did that come out of me? Like, what did I eat? It was a butter chicken. But I was like, there's no way that I've eaten butter chicken before.
And it's never had that
It's
same
never,
result.
I've never, no.
Well, the world and the human body is a mysterious
Yeah,
thing.
it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
So your dream is to go to a volcano.
Yes, a volcano.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's a perfect place to get away with doing like an eggy fart. No one will
truly,
go, no one will
one
ever
crop
blame
dusting.
you. No one will
No
ever
one
blame
gives
you.
a fuck. Yeah, I think it's just like incredibly beautiful, and they like fall in love with each other Maurice and Katya.
Maurice and Katya, yeah.
Yeah. And they just like traveled the world and like discovered things about volcanoes, and they were the first people to kind of like create like a warning system for like when eruptions were going to happen, and they just like loved volcanoes. And like he was a bit stupid. No, he wasn't stupid, he's very smart.
He's
but,
a bit eccentric.
He's a little bit eccentric. Because there's this one part where he like tries to go on a boat in a river of lava, and I was like, that is the most like ADHD man thing I have ever in my life.
It's so funny because it's like you see the real duality of this couple.
Yeah.
Where she's like, you know, they're
She's
both great
locked
scientists.
in, bro.
It's locked in.
Yeah.
And then he's like
taking pictures. He's like, wait, stand over there.
It's like, my dream is to build a boat so I can
Sail
ride down a volcano.
a volcanic river, which I think is so awesome. But yeah, I think it was just a really beautiful documentary. I don't know, maybe it is because I just love volcanoes, but I feel like with like the huge influx of documentaries, there's so many documentaries now. It's hard to get a good one.
And hard for something to stand out. I think this stands out because the way that I put it, there's a lot of modern documentaries where they're designed to be streamed, and you click on it and the first 2 minutes are a trailer for the rest of the documentary you're about to see. But this movie to me is one of the greatest arguments for what one can really do with archival footage documentary.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the greatest achievements in archival documentary footage because, like you said, they've found all this footage from Maurice's collection. And it's stunning. It's so vividly colorful. And I think he and Katya would have been like teenagers during the French New Wave. So I think there's some kind of influence in the way that he captures image that evoke that. And then Sarah Dosa evokes that in the editing and then through the narration over the top, which is this beautiful narration by Miranda July, who's a great filmmaker.
Great narration.
Great actor. And I originally, when I started watching the movie, I remember having this feeling going like, oh, I don't know if this narration's working for me.
Really?
And then very quickly you just go, no, this is such an odd, perfect choice,
It's
you know?
perfect.
Yeah.
And like everything, especially like on a larger scale, just feels so grand. And it's like one of those things where you watch it and you realize how small you are and how magnificent the world is. And it's just like just awe-inspiring. I don't know. I just like love that feeling, chase that feeling. Yeah, that one has stayed with me. Also, another good documentary. Have you seen Tickled?
Tickled, we've had David Farrier on this podcast, and Tickled is the movie that made me want to get into documentaries. It's made me the movie. Well, I'd already had been studying documentaries when Tickled came out, but I was like, oh, this is the kind of film that I want to make. And it's like everything that I've made has been somehow inspired by Tickled.
It's so good. Two top documentaries.
Two great documentaries. I Fire of Love. This is one of the great modern picks, I think, on this podcast. I'm very happy you've picked that one up. And I would say for people that go, if you like a Wes Anderson or something like that, you know, this very much feels like what, alongside like the Jacques Cousteau stuff, it feels very much what inspired the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which like these, well, you'd love it as well. Take that as my other recommendation. I should have just said that's the recommendation. shit. But take that as a recommendation too. I think that would be, if, you know, for the viewer or the listener, if you're hearing this going like, this sounds great. If you like Wes Anderson, you'll fucking love this because it's like real life Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
So beautiful. That is Fire of Love by Sarah Dosa. One of the great documentary films in the most recent years. Beautiful pick, Gemma.
Thanks.
You're crushing it, dude.
Oh, thanks.
You're crushing it on the
thanks,
podcast.
Alexi.
My
Thank you
pleasure,
so
dude. Okay, we're going to get you an English character to voice as well there.
Alright.
Well, you picked up, I think, something that pairs really, really nicely with Lesbian Space Princess. This is from, I guess, maybe we'll have it in our adventure section, this movie. It's a beautiful fantasy film, 2009 stop motion clay animation from Henry Selick, one of the masters of that form. You have picked up Coraline.
Yeah.
Horror.
Tell us all about Coraline.
Love that movie. I remember the first time I watched it. Because, yeah, 2009, I was 7. And I
I
couldn't.
was 60 years old in 2009.
And it shows.
I know.
I'm sorry. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
crumbling away.
Nah, you're not. Yeah, I couldn't even get past like the tea leaves part because it was so scary, and I
Yeah.
had nightmares after that.
But that's just our air conditioner.
Making noise.
Something's haunted in this video store. So
yeah,
it
and the
freaked
hand
you
dryer,
out.
freaky. In the bathroom.
Oh yeah, we've got a freaky
Yeah.
hand dryer in the
It's a little
bathroom.
bit
Yeah.
freaky. But yeah, great movie.
You were saying, Coraline, the first time you watched it, it freaked you out.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, wait, it's kind of good. And then I read the book, and then I bought it on like Blu-ray, and then every single time I went to my grandparents' house, they would just play it, and it would just like play over and over and over and over again, just like in the background in the house. And then every Christmas I watch Coraline because it just plays over and over. Like people just like come in and then come out. If you want to take a little break from family Christmas, you just like pop in to watch like 10 minutes of Coraline. And
You
then
do the
leave.
Coraline room, go to the Coraline
Yeah,
room
there's
at
the
back.
Coraline room. It's awesome. And because you can like, yeah, there's so many Easter eggs. There's so much to unpack, and it's just like an awesome story. I did see it remastered in 3D. I think it was last year.
Wow.
Was epic. Had never seen it on a big screen again, so I was like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, I saw it in 3D on the big screen when it first came out.
Oh, really?
I wasn't 60. I was joking for comedic effect. Let the record show. If you're listening to this and you've never seen the clips on YouTube or anything,
Dude,
I am young and
dermatologists
beautiful.
hate you.
I'm young and beautiful. Let
Imagine
it
if
be
you were
known.
over 60.
I don't want to imagine that world. I don't want to imagine what it would be like over 60. I'm 33 and falling
No,
apart as it is.
But if you were over 60, you could like justify being mean to young
Oh,
people.
wow. But instead, I can't justify it and I
No,
still do it
no,
regardless.
oh.
But I was in high school when it came out,
Yeah.
and I was mesmerized by this. Like, I've always had a fondness for that claymation aesthetic, especially Henry Selick, who probably best known for Nightmare Before Christmas. But this film I thought was just so magical. And it's like this idea of portal fantasies, which is where someone from a normal-ish, in this movie, normal-ish world, travels through a portal and goes into like a fantasy world. And here it's like this dark fantasy where everything is not slightly askew, but things are off and things are evil. We've got the other mother. And I think there's something really tantalizing about that for young people where you just go, oh, there's a darkness. There's a darkness to a reality and stuff.
Yeah, I think also like I very much love the escapism aspect of any form of media as a kid, and I was like, wow, this is so sick and awesome. And I also like had to try doing claymation. It wasn't very good.
How did you go? What were you trying to make?
Uh,
You can't even do. Well, we've got it in the store as well. We do have your only
really?
claymation work. We've got every movie ever made here, including unfinished works by young masters.
yes.
But I think like there's something about this, and it's so funny to hear like the first time you watched it, it scared you, but you felt like this pull to keep coming back to it.
Well, because everyone had watched it, and everyone was like, this is the scariest movie I've ever seen. And I was like, well, I have to watch it then. Yeah, couldn't get past like 15 minutes. But then like, yeah, I think I had that comic book, and I was like, oh, so true. That's how it ends. I'll just watch it then.
They made it okay for you to.
Yeah.
What-
It's like when I watch any. Sorry, I keep interrupting
No,
you.
you're meant to. No, keep
Yeah,
going.
for like any horror or thriller, I have to read the Wikipedia first before going in to watch it.
But I think that makes sense, especially because you go, well, now I know what the artifice is.
Yeah.
And especially if you're involved in like filmmaking and stuff. So much of it is like going, well, I want to see how they make you feel those ways, how they get you there.
Well, I'm just really bad at scary things. I just have nightmares, terrible nightmares.
Did you ever have any Coraline nightmares?
No.
That's good, because I think they'd be
Yeah, I
pretty
never
messed
did.
up.
Yeah, they would be pretty messed up. I had lots of Harry Potter nightmares.
Yeah, that'd be pretty messed up.
Yeah.
What are we talking Harry Potter nightmares?
Voldemort everywhere.
Wow.
Voldemort everywhere. I couldn't watch Harry Potter until I was like 16, like all the way through, because like I would have to cover my eyes anytime Voldemort was in the room.
Well, he has a very ugly head.
He does.
It is quite effective how disgusting someone without a nose, like a little snake nose looks like.
I had to like do exposure therapy. I had like one of those big like Harry Potter books, like the ones like this is like from like behind the scenes from the film, and I would like open to the page where it had Voldemort, and I would force myself to look at it, so I like didn't. I think because I was so afraid of looking at it, I was creating extra things in my mind to like how he looked. And when you look at him really closely, it's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah, no, a normal person could look like that and be okay, I reckon.
No.
They just couldn't wear sunglasses or anything like that.
Fucked.
Can I ask you about the visual aesthetic of Coraline? Because I think there's something for young people that, you know, discovering film, when you can see style and understand style, I think it's something that draws you in. Like for me, it was like Tim Burton was so... you won't hear it on the record, the thing.
Oh my God.
But for me, like Tim Burton, when I was young, Tim Burton was so exciting for me because I could go, oh, I understand what this is. I understand what this looks like. I'm seeing it across several different films that look this way. I think with Coraline, there's something in that as well, especially like this handmade quality that the claymation has.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I didn't even think... It didn't even cross my mind that it was claymation. Because I was like, there's no way they made a film and they made everything by hand. And then I think it was like my fifth watch or something. I was like, hold on a second. I was like, wait a minute. They made this. I was like, that is crazy. But also just like the character designs and like the costuming and all of the colors in the film are just like so vivid and like... I don't really have anything to compare it to. It's like it's Coraline.
It is Coraline. It's a very unique and distinct aesthetic. Can I ask you, the films we've talked about today, Fire of Love and Coraline, have you ever shown them to people? Have you ever like gone, hey, I've got this movie I think you should see or you want to see with them?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Well, it's like gun to the head kind of thing. I mean, I feel like almost everyone's seen Coraline.
I think so. Like I think it's a generational film.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit crazy if no one had seen Coraline. But like, it's funny to me now because I don't know. I've seen it so many times. Like the people who I still want to like rewatch it with, they're like, "Oh, I remember I watched that as a kid and it was really scary. Like I don't know if I could watch it again." Like blah blah blah. And I'm like. Yeah, I forget that it is really scary, actually. Maybe it's like me watching Volcano and not realizing like the guy's legs were being amputated. And I'm just like so used to it.
Now you're used to it. Yeah. I think that's so interesting with Coraline because like I'm older when that came out. Like I'm about 10 years older than you when it came out. And I could recognize that it's spooky and it's cool and looks weird. Yeah. But for my generation, like it wouldn't even register as like, that's one of the scariest movies.
Oh,
wouldn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, I guess in my year, it was like, it's the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Fuck, that's so awesome.
And it's so awesome,
like,
right?
that's so cool.
Yeah, and it is scary. It's really unsettling. Because it's like, oh, it's feasible enough as a young person to believe that there is a little fucking door in your house that like goes to like a freaky other world. Yeah. But like maybe you'll get really yummy like rotisserie chicken. I always kind of prayed and like hoped that there was like a little portal somewhere, but like I never really factored in that there was the portal fantasy.
Yeah, portal fantasy is what it's called. So it's like it kind of covers everything from say Narnia, which I think is like the most obvious portal fantasy movie, but even like the aforementioned Harry Potter series, like that's portal fantasy. Even though they're like in the same world, like it's the same world, but the way they access the magical world so much, like the first time is to like that
it's
portal.
Like the magic faraway tree.
Exactly, like things like that. Those are all portal fantasies. There's other forms of fantasy, but to me, that's the one that's the most easily identifiable. Oh, of course, like the other big ones, Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, there's this also. Oh my God, what is this? There was this book series, and it was like in a music box, and the music box was the world. And you like put the key in. I don't remember.
Wow. I'm curious
Oh my
though.
god, that's really freaking.
I'm
weird.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The air conditioning's
It's
freaking
really-
out.
No,
I had to
it's
wear the
because I had a
sweater.
piccolo and a matcha, and so
Okay.
now I'm like,
You're wired.
I'm wired.
You're
They're
wired.
right behind me.
Let me look up Music Box Fantasy book. Okay, let me go. It was a
Yeah.
book series. There's a magical music box. Okay, hang on. There's an entire Reddit thread that I found. A fantasy novel about two cousins who falls into a fantasy world through their grandma's music box. Rondo series.
Yes, Rondo.
It's
The Key to
called
Rondo.
The Key to Rondo.
Yeah, great series. Loved those books.
Wow, The Key to Rondo. We got to option this and start making it as a movie.
Yeah, they should.
It's Emily Rodder.
Yeah,
Who
love
was
her.
Del Toro Quest in my
Yeah.
Look at this. Emily Rodder's crossing generations with
Emily
this.
Rodder is generationless.
Wow, my
She
God.
does love all of her books.
Oh my gosh. Scholastic. I'm going to buy some books off you, Scholastic.
Yes.
Far
Wait,
out.
they actually so need to do like a TV series. Key to Rondo.
Hey, listen, we're putting it out there.
Hey.
We want to do the
Yes.
Emily Rodder adaptation, The Key to Rondo. One more thing that I want to ask you before we move on to the stuff pick. With Coraline, because we've been talking about it as scary, an area of fascination for me is children's horror, like books, movies that are scary for kids, but there's something tantalizing in that. Can you tell me what it was that it's hard to say, but the joy of being scared that comes with Coraline that made you want to keep going back and watching it over and over again, that early fear?
Well, I feel like it's like, dipping your toe into like a really cold pool. Because it's like, oh, I don't really mess with that at the start. But I'm so intrigued as to what this means. Because I suppose there's no real kind of definitive answer to the movie or the book that you can kind of get from your first watch. Because it's like, what just happened? Like, why did this happen? And all of those kinds of things. But yeah, just trying to figure out the mystery. And also it's like, you're a kid, you're watching a kid in a show. It's like, what would I do in that instance? And also poor Wybie. That would suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, I always used to have the crush on the really weird.
The weird claymation kid.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay, it's not going to hurt me. This isn't real. And I feel like there was a level of separation because it was animated, that I was able to be like, oh, this is not real life. This is totally fine. This isn't could be a real story. And putting yourself through that oh my gosh, what's going to happen, and the suspense of it, and the music, and how everything turns really crusty towards, terrible word. But yeah, I don't know.
I think that's well put. I mean, that's what it feels like to watch those movies when you're a kid.
Yeah.
That is Coraline.
Staff pick.
Those are your movies. You've picked up Lesbian Space Princess, Fire of Love, Coraline. Now it is my duty to you as your loyal video store clerk to give you a recommendation I think you will like. I was trying to think of some things. I've got a few ideas, but first question I want to ask you, Miranda July is the narrator of Fire of Love. Have you seen much of her work?
I can't say that I have.
There's a movie that I think you'll really love.
Okay. Should I write these down?
No, I'll send it to you
Oh,
as well.
thanks.
You can if you want to, but there's a movie that I think you'd really like. This is I think the last film directed by Miranda July. She's a great filmmaker, an independent filmmaker, and a true, I don't know how else to describe it, a free thinker when it comes to cinema. I think she's really dedicated to crafting and discovering and communicating really original ideas. She'd made this movie a few years ago called Kajillionaire.
Comedy.
Have you seen Kajillionaire?
No? What's it about?
Okay, Kajillionaire is so fun. I was so charmed by this movie. Kajillionaire is about two con artists that have spent 26 years training their only daughter to swindle, scam, and steal at every turn. During a desperate and hastily conceived heist, they charm a stranger into joining them, only to have their entire world turned upside down.
That sounds awesome.
It's really cool. It's very, very funny. I think it's got
cool.
a very new comedy feeling, which I think is interesting about it.
Okay.
Because Miranda July, you wouldn't describe her as like a comedian or anything, but she is funny and her movies are funny, but they're not like straight comedies. There's something about this that feels like very fresh comedy. It stars Evan Rachel Wood.
What's he in? The name rings a bell.
Evan Rachel Wood, she is in...
Oh, she.
She's a she, actually. She's a she. But she's one of the few Evan she's, but she's Westworld. She's a lead in the movie, in the TV show Westworld.
No, I'll do my own research. I'm really...
She was in 13. Do you ever see the movie 13?
Like the musical?
No. It's like it's a movie about like these two 13-year-old girls like that are runaways.
Oh,
and it's like
I've seen much of it in clips.
Hey,
never actually seen it.
I'm gonna give this movie to you in clip form, and it'll just be you've got it. You can just move your thumb across as you're watching the movie. But Evan Rachel Wood, Richard Jenkins, and Deborah Winger are the stars of this.
Nice.
Evan Rachel Wood plays this daughter character who's like now in her. It's not far off. She's not far off from playing a cat. She plays the grown up daughter of these two con artists.
Yeah.
And this performance is insane. Like, it's such a weird performance. It's such an incredible comedy character because it's someone who's like not even Arrested Development. It's like it's not even stunted. Like her weird parents that have been conning and grifting to get by their entire lives have trained her to be like a weird con artist.
Yeah.
She's like a cartoon creation, like a teenager who's like in her 30s now. And the character, her name is Old Dolio.
Old Dolio. Wait,
Old
that's
Dolio.
her name?
That's her character's name in this
The
movie.
parents named her Old Dolio.
I think she might have chosen to name herself.
right.
I can't remember what
Fair
it is
enough.
exactly. But Old Dolio is the character, and I think it's one of the most exciting characters I've ever seen.
Do you have a picture of what
Let me show you what she looks like. Old Dolio.
Oh, gajillionaire. That's awesome.
Yeah, so she looks like this. So she's got this long hair that kind of covers her face a lot of the time. And someone who like kind of sneaks back and holds back and stuff.
Wait, that looks so cool.
She feels like, have you ever seen Wayne's World?
No.
Well, she's kind of, she feels like Garth from Wayne's World is how I would describe it to our listeners.
Yeah.
But even better than this, I think that Gina Rodriguez is in this movie as well.
I don't know who...
I'll show you who she is as well. But Gina Rodriguez is like this great supporting character turn because everyone else is quite heightened and weird, but she's grounded and realistic and caring and has like this nurturing presence through it. And it's just kind of like one of those supporting character performances where you just go, oh, this is what a supporting character is, where it's like they can carry a film, but they don't have to, but it changes the tone of a film. Very warm and supportive, and has a beautiful score by Emile Mosseri, who also did Minari, Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful score, beautiful music. I think you'd really like it, because if you haven't explored Miranda July...
No, this looks really fun. That is something I would watch. I've been loving, like, a strange plot.
This is pretty fucking strange.
Okay, cool.
This is as strange as it gets. And there may even be a few things where you go, oh, okay, I can see why they got her, this filmmaker, to be the narrator for Fire of Love because of like her quirkiness, her oddness. Yeah. But then like she has a very sincere tone as well that I think she plays with sincerity and irony in a really interesting way.
Yeah, fun.
So I think it's an out there pick, but between these three movies, Lesbian Space Princess, Fire of Love, Coraline, there's something about Kajillionaire that I think suits your stack of movies beautifully to go home together.
That sounds like a perfect movie.
Fuck yeah, dude.
What can I watch it on?
Oh, you can watch it on the
physical copy.
Yes, the VHS copy we're giving you today as well. I'll tell you where it is. It is currently on. You can rent it. You can rent it.
I can rent it?
You can rent it from everywhere.
Oh, awesome.
But you can rent it from here. You picked up some beautiful movies.
Yes.
Gemma, thank you so much for joining me here on the Last Video Store.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love Lesbian Space Princess.
Yippee.
I want to go see it on the big screen again. Hopefully more people from hanging out here with us want to do the same.
Me too. Not to jack myself off, but...
Jack yourself off. You're allowed to do that here as well. You can do whatever you want in the Last Video Store. Thanks, Gemma. This was awesome.
The Last Video Store.
So that was our chat with Gemma Chua-Tran, one of the stars of Lesbian Space Princess. She plays Willow, who is a supremely funny character. And what a great chat that was. So fun to talk about some great weird movies like Fire of Love that I don't know if we would have got to on the last video store without Gemma. We have talked about Coraline before with our dear friend Ratbag, so great to revisit that. And Lesbian Space Princess, their new release film, is in cinemas right now, so go see that. My recommendation to them was Kajillionaire by Miranda July, which I think you will all dig. So check out Kajillionaire. If you like me, you'll see why I compare it to Wayne's World in a fun way quite quickly when you get to meet the old Dolio character. So go check out Lesbian Space Princess in cinemas. It's got every comedian that you already fucking love in it, so go enjoy it. And, you know, why don't you rewatch Heartbreak High? I'm in it as well. That is us for the last video store. If you want your own recommendation, hit us up on Apple Podcasts with a 5-star review. And in your review, leave us what your combo would be of a new release, 2 weekly all-time favorites. We could even leave it on the YouTube video, like in the comments in the YouTube for that, on the Spotify for this episode, on the Instagram for this episode, anything like that. And I'll give you a recommendation based on your taste. Until next time, I'll see you at the movies, darling.